Struggling to manifest more money? Well, what if I told you that manifesting money will not work without this one thing? And discovering this one thing has made me a multimillionaire. Let's dive in. Like many folks, when I first came across the law of attraction, I was excited to apply the concept and principles to my financial life. For the first time as an adult, I felt like I finally had the breakthrough that I've been searching for. Finally understood what had been holding me back and why I had struggled for so long to make more money. And here was something simple enough, and I knew that I could apply it and hopefully one day create financial independence. Fast forward 3 years later though, and despite all of the practice, the visualizations, the vision boards, the affirmations, the positive thinking, while many things in my life had changed and I had manifested a great deal, I still saw no significant change to my bank account, at least not for a sustained period of time. And eventually, because of that struggle, I had kind of resolved to just accepting that, the universe always provides. But as I looked around, I noticed that the people around me who clung to that belief also were just barely getting by. And barely getting by wasn't the goal for me. And then one day I was having a conversation with a friend who asked me a simple question. He said, "Have you considered your values?" And I couldn't understand the concept at the time, but he went on that day to explain a principle with me that I'm about to share with you. And this principle has made me a multi-millionaire. So everything that I'm about to share with you here actually stems from a field of study known as Axiology. And through Axiology, we can observe that every human being has a hierarchy of values. The things that we value most in life down to the things that we value least. And at first it might be unclear what this has to do with manifesting, but hang with me until the end of this video because I assure you, you're about to see that this is a key element in manifesting anything that you desire, including money. Now, when I say values, I'm not referring to social ideals. Oftentimes people hear the term values and they think of things like integrity, respect, fairness, justice, but those are social ideals. What I'm referring to here is the fact that every day that you and I wake up, there's the things that we value most in our life down to the things that we potentially don't value at all. And the reason that this is critical is that our unconscious hidden values actually dictate how we utilize our resources every day. Those primary resources being time, energy, and money. Would you agree that however we invest our time, energy, and money will ultimately become our destiny? Or said differently, our values dictate our actions. And action is a key component of the law of attraction. In other words, it's not what we think about every day that we manifest, but it's the things that we act upon every day consistently that we eventually manifest into reality. So as a simple example, let's say on this side we have someone who, first thing that they think about in the morning is the kids education, kids after school programs, getting the kids to school on time, making sure they're enrolled in sports, making sure that they're healthy, well fed, well taken care of, well loved, well nourished. And if they are investing a lot of their time, energy, and money every day into taking care of those kids, well then we can safely assume that they have a high value on raising those children and probably on building a strong family dynamic. But let's say on this side we have someone who, wakes up in the morning and the first thing that they think about is their business's projects, the tasks related to the business, the goals of the business, and that is eating up the majority of their time, energy, and money every day. Well, then we can assume that they have a high value on business. Now, every day, these two people are going to invest their resources in direct proportion to their values. The things that they value most in life are going to get the majority of their resources. And then the next thing, and then the next, and then the next, and the next, until eventually they start to run out of resources, they start to run out of time, energy, and money long before they run out of things that they like to accomplish or things that they like to manifest. In other words, if this person on this side says, I want to make more money, I want to start my own business, I want to save, I want to become financially independent, but every day they're running out of time, energy, and money long before they invest any of those assets into making that a reality, well then it'd be unrealistic for them to expect that the financial independence that they seek is ever going to actually happen for them. On this side, let's say that this business owner says that they'd love to go to the gym, get back in shape, maybe they think that they sit in a chair too long and they're losing their health. Well, if they're consistently running out of time, energy, and money without ever investing enough of it into actually going to the gym and working out, then it'd be unrealistic for them to expect that they're ever going to manifest the body of their dreams. Sure, each of these people might experience short-term motivation, meaning for a little while, this person on this side maybe joins some network marketing company or get started in some sort of a business, but eventually they burn out and quit long before they get the result that they want. Or this person maybe, signs up for the gym at the beginning of the year, and by February or March, they feel like that motivation is worn off. See, the things that are highest in our values, we don't necessarily need motivation because we have inspiration. In other words, we are driven from the spirit within to go out and accomplish this thing. That person that, highly values those children, they don't need to get up in the morning and watch motivational videos to get them to take care of the kids. They do it because they're inspired about it. The same is true for this person who has a high value on business. So here's the simple point here, is that if you want to manifest more money, it's impossible to do so unless you have a high value on money, cash, wealth. If you don't have a high value on those things, then here's what most people do. They set goals or things that they would like to manifest that are in conflict with their values. And instead of achieving those goals or manifesting those things, instead what they experience is procrastination, hesitation, frustration, self-sabotage, imposter syndrome, and all of these other things that most of us experience when we're trying to pursue something. Now, most people think that those are negative things, that we should avoid that. No. Instead, those are a sign to wake us up to the fact that we're at conflict with our own internal values. It's not a curse, it's a blessing, right? Because that's our unconscious mind trying to make us conscious of the fact that we are pursuing something that is in direct conflict with the things that we value. See, when my friend had this conversation with me, I realized that the reason that, even though I said I want to make more money, even though I said I want to be an entrepreneur, the reason that I didn't achieve it is because there was far too many things that I valued more than that. I spent most of my free time and money going out with friends, partying, buying clothes, going shopping, looking like I had success rather than actually pursuing success. And so when I had this conversation with a friend of mine, I realized I had two choices. I could either shift my goals to match my values, or I could shift my values to help me pursue my goals. In other words, at that time, I did not have a high value on money, finance, cash. And so I could either let go of those goals, or instead what I chose to do is I chose to, align my values, to shift my values so that I could begin to value money, cash, financial independence, and business. And by shifting my values, wouldn't you know, the law of attraction went to work. Today, I'm a multimillionaire. My business has done over $75 million in sales over the last 5 years or so as I'm filming this video, and we are growing on a monthly and annual consistent basis. None of that would have been possible though until this friend of mine had this conversation with me. So listen, I hope that you're getting value out of this video, and if so, make sure that you subscribe and hit that little bell notification down below so that you get notified every week when I drop more content like this. And by the way, in case we've never met before, my name is Kalakanai. I'm an entrepreneur that got started a few short years ago while working in a coffee shop, and I've gone on now to create multiple 7- and 8-figure businesses. And I say that so that you know that everything that I share on my channel comes from the real world applied knowledge of the things that have helped me get those results, and I share them here in hopes that they help you create similar results as well. If you got value out of this video, make sure you watch the next video in the lineup. I'm gonna go much deeper on values and how to begin to shift your values to better align with your goals so that you can manifest anything that you desire. Go ahead and subscribe, hit that little bell button, watch the next video in the lineup, and I'll see you there.